So yeah, I'm getting ready to set up the greenhouse for this season. I've decided I'm not going to rearrange my Dutch buckets just because I have to work on my NFT this year. I never really got that running last year, but I don't know. I'm just gonna clean these out. So I was able to cut down all the branches, but I still have a lot of cords and things up, and like some of these tomato guides and things. I can do this a lot neater this year than I did last year. And then overall, I'm gonna pull these buckets out, get the roots out of the perlite, and then sort of put the perlite back in. In theory, I should disinfect that perlite entirely. Um, I'm probably not going to do that. We'll see how it goes. But I'm basically just trying to prep these buckets because I want to get Memorial Day's tomorrow. I got my seedlings growing inside, and I want to get everything up and running. So other things I got going on in here is I've got these studio crates, which now I've sort of try to clean up all the storage in the greenhouse so that it's a little more organized, and that's actually working out pretty well. I've got one crate full of greenhouse material extras, one crate full of cultivation equipment, like hooks and these things, as well as food and tape and labeling equipment, and then this one's just all tools, and the tools have been a mess in here, so I'm glad to get that done. I'll probably also dedicate one to just plumbing fixtures, and I'm going to try to clear up all the stuff that's on this wall with the hope of making that upper shelf and nursery for lettuce seedlings and herb seedlings as we go forward. That's it. Other than that, I'm pretty happy with how last year went really well. I got a huge amount of production. There was a point at which, though, things just got so unruly that I didn't really know how to manage it anymore. And I kind of gave up but I gave up in like November, and things are still growing. And had I been more organized, I probably would have just started heating the greenhouse at that point and seeing how long I could go with just heating it. So this year again, we're going to do tomatoes. I'm going to be a little more selective about that. Peppers, full-size peppers, which I did not do last year. Tomatillos, and this year I've remembered that I need 2 of them, so they will cross-pollinate. And I'm not growing those like mini cucumber things I had last year, which were like, they were prolific and they were delicious, but it was just a mess. The vines were really thin and it was very hard to manage. There's no way to sort of manage it. So, I'm going to get started on this, but before I do, I'm going to eat this ice cream. Okay, so I went to clean things, and the pipe broke, and my whole basement started flooding with water. It was the silcock for the outside that broke, so when I turned it on. So I'm going to do this without any water. I'm just going to scrape off the compost and put the perlite back in, and we're going to find out by the end of the season whether that was a huge mistake or not, and maybe we'll have some other things to clean up, but that is the way life is, and it's going to take me a couple days to get a plumber here to fix this anyway. Okay, let's do that process again. Here's some old tomato stalks. We'll take these tubes out of the way. That's clear. I'll knock this debris into this bucket and then we'll shake the perlite loose here. Pretty good root ball from last year. Get some of this other loose debris here. And now we'll pull out the liner. I assumed that the heat in here and the fact that the water wasn't running all this time would eliminate all the moisture from these buckets, and I am shocked that there's still quite a bit of wet perlite in here. Just get some sludge in there. Chunks. And you can see there's not a lot of either. Not a lot of there. That's a process I'm going to repeat now here another 17 times. So I'll do that off camera. But get the picture.